Have you ever caught yourself pretending to be someone you're not, just to fit in or gain approval? Maybe you've suppressed parts of your personality that you deemed weird or too much. If so, you're not alone. Many of us struggle with embracing our true, authentic selves out of fear of judgment or rejection. But living inauthentically comes at a heavy cost. Are you ready to break free and start showing up as your genuine self? The importance of authenticity. What does it really mean to be authentic? Authenticity is about being genuine, honest, and true to your core values, beliefs, personalities, and desires. It's not about pleasing others or living up to their expectations. When we embrace authenticity, we experience profound freedom, confidence, and inner peace. We stop wasting energy on maintaining a facade and can simply be ourselves. But why is authenticity so important? Because inauthenticity disconnects us from our true essence and causes us to feel anxious, depressed, and unfulfilled. Have you ever achieved a goal you thought would make you happy, only to feel just as empty afterwards? That's often the result of living outwardly instead of aligning with your inner truth. The consequences of inauthenticity. What are some other consequences of living inauthentically? For one, it erodes our self-esteem and self-worth. When we constantly hide our authentic selves, we start to believe the lie that we're not good enough as we are. We may find ourselves in unsatisfying relationships, jobs, or situations that don't align with our values, stuck in a life that feels like it doesn't fit. Inauthenticity also blocks vulnerability, emotional intimacy, and deep connections with others. How can others truly know and accept us if we don't share our real selves? Living a lie breeds loneliness, superficial relationships, and deep feelings of emptiness. Does any of this resonate? If so, you're not alone, but there is a path forward. Steps to embrace your authenticity. So how can you start living with more authenticity? Here are some key steps. 1. Practice self-awareness. The first step is cultivating radical self-awareness. Start observing your thoughts, beliefs, emotions, and behaviors with curiosity, not judgment. Notice when you filter or suppress parts of yourself to fit in. Bring awareness to the environments, situations, and people that cause you to feel you can't be yourself. One helpful practice is keeping a daily journal about your authentic and inauthentic patterns, so you can start recognizing them more easily. When do you feel most like yourself? When do you feel you have to conform? 2. Challenge your limiting beliefs. We all have ingrained limiting beliefs about ourselves that make us feel we're not worthy of being seen and accepted. These beliefs might sound like I'm too weird, I'm not good enough, or I have to be perfect. Start questioning where these beliefs came from and if they're actually true. Our beliefs are just thoughts we've told ourselves over and over. It's possible to replace them. Make a list of your limiting beliefs around authenticity. For each one, ask yourself if there's any objective evidence that supports it. Or is it just an old story you've told yourself? Start collecting evidence for a new, more positive belief about your worthiness. 3. Be honest with yourself and others. Authenticity requires radical honesty with yourself and others. That means being real about your thoughts, feelings, quirks, flaws, desires, and boundaries, even when it's uncomfortable. It's okay to disappoint people sometimes by saying no or disagreeing if that's what's true for you. This can feel scary at first, especially if you're used to people-pleasing. But being honest allows you to cultivate deeper intimacy and trust in your relationships. And you get to decide who's worth being vulnerable with based on their ability to accept you fully. What's one area of your life where you could start practicing more honesty and authenticity, even just 1% more? With yourself, your friends, family, or partner. Even small steps in this direction can be powerfully transformative. 4. Embrace your quirks and imperfections. No one is perfect. We all have quirks, insecurities, and flaws. And that's perfectly ok. Those imperfections are what make you beautifully human and unique. Make a list celebrating all the things that make you, you. Your oddball sense of humor, passion for niche hobbies, emotional sensitivity, loud laugh, all of it. Embrace those qualities fully with self-compassion instead of judging or rejecting them. The more you can love yourself completely, imperfections and all, the easier it becomes to show up authentically without fear of judgment. And chances are, those flaws are part of what endears you to others. 5. Surround yourself with your tribe. Surrounding yourself with people who embrace and celebrate your authentic self is crucial. These individuals will be your cheerleaders, supporting you to show up fully without apology. If your current circles don't encourage authenticity, it may be time to start branching out. Look for communities centered around shared interests, values, or identities where you can finally be seen. Online communities can also provide connections with like-minded souls. Spending time with those who accept you unconditionally gives you the courage to peel off layers of masking. Their example reminds you that it's not only possible, but wonderful to live authentically. 6. Give yourself permission to change and evolve. Authenticity isn't a fixed destination, but an ongoing journey of evolution and growth. As you embrace your genuine self, you'll naturally start to change, uncover new layers of yourself, and outgrow old patterns or identities that no longer fit. This can feel scary, but it's a beautiful part of the process. Give yourself full permission to adapt and transform over time. The more you can make peace with the truth that you'll never have it all figured out, the more you can surrender to the flow of your ever-unfolding authenticity. 7. Practice self-compassion. Above all, this journey requires profound self-compassion. You've spent years or decades repressing parts of yourself based on learned fears and beliefs. It will take patience and kindness toward yourself to unlearn those patterns. Whenever you notice yourself slipping into inauthentic ways, don't judge, simply observe with curiosity. Check in with yourself on why you felt compelled to mask in that moment and see if you can embrace more vulnerability next time. Celebrate any step in the direction of alignment with your inner truth. 8. Find inspiring role models. Seeing others who embody authenticity and vulnerability can be tremendously inspiring as you walk this path. Look for role models, mentors, and public figures who live by their truth and let their genuine selves shine through. Notice how these individuals show up in the world and the freedom, confidence, and joy they exude from living authentically. Let them light the way for what's possible for you. Embracing authenticity is a brave journey of self-discovery, self-acceptance, and vulnerability. It requires getting to know yourself at the deepest level, challenging beliefs that no longer serve you, and being radically honest. But the rewards are profound: a life of freedom, confidence, deeper relationships, and alignment with your innermost essence. You get to spend your precious life being no one other than you. So I'll leave you with this. What's one small step you can take today toward embracing more of your authentic self? It could be speaking your truth in a difficult situation, doing more of an activity you love, or simply looking at yourself in the mirror and saying, "I accept myself fully." Every step counts. If this message resonated with you, don't forget to like this video, leave a comment with your thoughts, and subscribe for more on living as your authentic self.